Today I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy heart. Here's my yarn heart. Let's get started. All you need is some plush yarn and the right size hook. I am using Bulky 5 Plush Yarn by Big Twist with a 5mm crochet hook. To make your little plush heart, you first start off with a magic loop. You just take the yarn tail and wrap it around your 2 fingers to make an X, and I like to look at the X from the top of my hand. Then I take the working yarn and I kind of hold it with my pinky. And then I'm going to take my hook and go under that first strand and grab the second one and pull it under. If I was to let go, I would be making a slip knot right now, but I want to make a magic loop. So I'm going to take my hook and I'm going to grab the working yarn to chain 1. And that kind of locks it in place so that my yarn won't move and my circle will stay. Now we need to make 6 single crochets within the circle. When you're going in with the hook, make sure that you're holding all 3 strands of this circle, including that yarn tail. You need to make sure your hook is going under 1 strand of the circle and the yarn tail. Pull up a loop and then single crochet. Right now I have 2 single crochets. Do not lose this yarn tail. If you're starting to work over it too much, pull the yarn tail to make your circle smaller so that you don't lose that yarn tail. All right, so I got 2. I need to make 4 more. All right, you turn your work from the top, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 V's, so that's 6 stitches. So once you have that, just pull that yarn tail to close your circle. And now we can start on round 2. And all that is making single crochets in each stitch, but we're actually going to increase in each stitch. So that means 2 single crochets in each stitch, going from 6 to 12. So that's 1, and then go in that same stitch. 2. Now find your next stitch and go into that one twice. 1, 2. And you just keep repeating that until you have 12. The next round is going to be 1 single crochet and an increase. So we're going to increase every other stitch, going from 12 to 18. Now if you would like to use your stitch marker, you're more than welcome. I'm just going to keep count in my head. So we're going to go into the next stitch and just do 1 single crochet, that's 1. And now we're going to go into the next one and make an increase. 2 and 3. And now go into the next one and just do 1, 4, and then increase. 5 and 6, and just keep repeating that until you have 18. All right, I finished round 3. I have 18 stitches. And now for round 4, we're just going to single crochet all the way around, staying at 18 stitches. So just go into each stitch and single crochet. And I will meet you back at the end of row 4. Okay, I'm at the end of row 4. Now your work will be curling in like this. You always want your yarn tail to be facing inward. So you gotta poke your work and turn it right side out. So now this is one side of the heart. I'm gonna stop here. I'm just gonna leave a loop. And I'm going to cut my yarn. And now we just have to do this one more time. So repeat steps 1 through 5 to make your other side of the heart. However, do not cut your yarn. Just meet back and I will show you what we're going to do with this loop. All right, I just completed round 5 of the second half of my heart. So now we can move on to round 6 and connect the 2 sides of the heart. So to attach the 2 humps, you're going to take your left side and insert your hook into the loop that you left and then just tighten that. And now I'm going to pull that loop through this one, just a slip stitch right through. And now we're going to single crochet all the way around in each stitch on the left side of the heart. So just go into the next stitch and single crochet. And I like to work over this yarn tail just to secure that so it doesn't move. I just do 1. and then just keep single crocheting all the way around. You should have 12, oh, I'm sorry, you should have 18 over here on this side. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So now I have crocheted single crochets all the way around the left side of my heart. I've got 17 and here's 18, and I'm going to show you a trick that I do to make sure that there's no holes in the middle. This 18th stitch is a long way away from the next stitch that we need to do, so what I'm going to do is an invisible decrease to kind of pull it in. So I'm going to go into the front loop of the 18th stitch, the next stitch, and then I'm going to find the next loop of where we slip stitched right here, and I'm just going to invisible decrease. Pull through those two, so you have 2 loops on your hook, and then pull through those 2 as well. So I have 18 stitches on this side. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the right side. I'm going to go into that slip stitch, and then to the next stitch, and invisible decrease. So now I have 19 stitches. So 18 on this side and 18 on this side. So I just did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Perfect. So now your work should look like this with your 2 halves connected, and you should have 36 stitches in all, 18 on each side. Let's do one more round of just 36 single crochets. I'm going to do that off camera and I will meet you back. I just did my round of 36 single crochets. And now if you went around and you have more single crochets than 36, it's okay. You can just decrease, you know, from the middle or whatever just to make it to 36. If you have less than 36, it's okay. Let's just keep going. All right, now we're going to do a decrease row and we're going to go from 36 to 30. So on this row, we're going to be doing 4 single crochets and then a decrease to go from 36 stitches to 30. That's 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to do an invisible decrease. So go under the front loop of the next 2 stitches, like so. And then pull your yarn through those 2 loops. And you should have 2 loops on your hook. And now we're going to yarn over and go through the next 2. So that goes to 5. And now we just continue that all the way around, decreasing on every 5th stitch. For the next round, we're just going to do single crochets all the way around, staying at 30 single crochets. So just go ahead and do that. I'm going to do mine off camera, and I'll meet you back at the end of this round. Okay, I just did my round of 30 single crochets. Your work should be looking like this. Here's my yarn heart. All right, so moving on to our next round, we're gonna decrease from 30 to 24 stitches. So we just need to do 3 single crochets and then a decrease. So go to the first one and just single crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, And on the fourth one, we're going to decrease. And we're going to do that 6 times all the way around to get to 24. Alright, our next round we're just going to do 24 single crochets all the way around. I'll do mine off camera and meet you back. We got 2 more rows to do. Our next row we're going to decrease from 18 to 12. So every other stitch we're going to be decreasing. And just do 1 single crochet and then decrease. That's 2. And then single, 3, decrease 4. 5, decrease 6. 7, decrease 8, 9, decrease 10, 11, decrease 12. Alright, so at this point, if you want to put any safety eyes on your heart to make a little face, you can. And go ahead and stuff her up. I'm going to put some eyes on mine, I think. Let's see where I want to place my little safety eyes. Right here. Yeah, I like that. So I placed the safety eyes in between round 7 and 8 with 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches apart. And then go ahead and grab your polyfill and stuff her up. Okay, so here we go. We could go ahead and close her up on this next round if you want. Do 6 decreases if you want it to be a kind of rounded end. If you want to make it a little bit sharper end, we just need to do 1 round of 12 single crochets all the way around, no decreases. I think I'm going to do that. So let me go in and just single crochet all the way around. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit more polyfill right here at the end. Alright, and now for our last round, just need to close her up. So I'm going to do 6 decreases all the way around. Last but not least, 6. Find your next stitch and we're going to slip stitch. We're going to go in both sides of the stitch. Pull up a loop and pull it through the loop on our hook to slip stitch so we can fasten off. Go ahead and cut your yarn. You don't have to leave a long yarn tail, probably like 4 inches. And then just pull that yarn through. And now grab your yarn needle. And then we're going to go under the front loops of each stitch. So I'm just going to weave it in like so. Just do this all the way around, and we're going to close up that hole. Pull taut, and then I just go in and out a few times to hide my yarn tail. There we go, and there you have it. You got your cute little heart, your little Valentine's Day heart. Be mine. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you were able to follow along easily. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you back for another fun and easy crochet tutorial. Bye!